How's everybody doing today? This is Nash here, and today we have college football. We got today, Thursday, we got tomorrow, Friday, we got it Saturday, and then we also have it on Monday. We have a game on Monday, Clemson. So, this should be a really fun weekend. Today, we will be looking at all the games of teams that are playing on our schedule at later dates. So I'm going to be giving you all the game time information, brief look at the weather. Weather's not really that accurate unless it's a day out. Trust me, it's been saying it's going to be storming past like 2 weeks every single day. Still got a lot of rain, but nevertheless, we're going to look at all this stuff, look at the money lines, look at what ESPN's FPI is saying who's going to win. And as always, if you like the video, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, and comment down below on what your favorite game of the week is, as well as what game you're looking forward to watching the most of our opponents. Because I'll say my favorite game of the week probably is not a future opponent scheduled. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So, today you have Thursday, September 1st. 2 games are going to be at 6 p.m. One on FS1, Fox Sports 1 that is, and ESPN. The Fox Sports 1, FS1, that is going to be Oklahoma State versus Central Michigan. And then the other is going to be Pittsburgh versus West Virginia. Both of the bottom teams are going to be the home teams. Let's look at the Oklahoma State game. So, Oklahoma State has a 94.2% chance via the FPI to win the game. The line is a 21.5 point favorite for Oklahoma State from Caesars Sportsbook odds. It should be a cloudy but fair game, fair weather, 89 degrees, great football weather. This probably not the better game, but I think this might tell us more about Oklahoma State. Because if they let Central Michigan play them close, maybe it's not the end of the world, but a top 12 team should not be letting a Central Michigan make it close. Also, in years past, even at home, they've lost versus Central Michigan to a freak play. Look up Central Michigan versus Oklahoma State freak play. You'll see it. Should be fun today. Now let's move into West Virginia at Pitt. Not even going to try pronouncing the name of that stadium. 6 p.m. again at Central Time on ESPN. Now this is predicted to be a closer game. I should start off with this. FPI has West Virginia at a 21.9% chance to win. And the line is a 7.5 line in favor of Pitt for Caesars Sportsbook. These are really the only 2 games that we have that are future opponents for us. But there are some good games as well. You have 6 p.m. on the SEC Network. Ball State versus Tennessee. Watching Tennessee should be fun. 7 p.m. at Fox is a good one. Penn State versus Purdue. Not really any heavy hitters, but a in-conference matchup nonetheless. So, if you go look at the Thursday slate, there's football all day today. Not a ton of great teams, but there are some good ones. And hey, this is football, I'll take it. So then we move on to Friday. And I mean, it's more of the same, except for at a lesser degree. Kansas versus Tennessee Tech at 7 p.m. They don't even really get a TV slot. They just get ESPN Plus. It's not like Longhorn Network. I believe if you have ESPN Plus, the $5 a month, that you're good to watch that. Don't quote me on it, but I believe that's how it is. 9 p.m. versus ESPN, TCU versus Colorado. That is at Colorado. And since I'm going and saying that, might as well look at the TCU versus Colorado game first. TCU with, per the FPI, 68.5% chance to win the game. 80 degrees. Lines 13.5 in favor of TCU from the Caesars Sportsbook. 9 p.m. game, Central Time. Should be a good game to watch. Again, good football weather. I mean, what more is there to say? Tennessee Tech versus Kansas. This will be about the only time you'll ever see Kansas with a 97% chance to win via the FPI. Again, like a common theme here, great weather for today. Good football weather, 83 degrees, partly cloudy. This is played at Kansas. Real big game for Kansas right here, Tennessee Tech. I really shouldn't be joking about that, considering our misfortunes in the past with Kansas. And then to look at some non-Big 12, some non-games, non-future opponent games. You have Western Michigan versus Michigan State. That's at 6 p.m. ESPN on Friday 2nd, I should remind. And then you got, this will be a fun one to watch right here. I should have had this in. Temple versus Duke. 6:30 ACCN. And that should be fun because, a reminder, the guy coaching Temple, Stan Drayton, former Longhorn running back coach, I want to see him succeed. Love to see that. Going to be watching that game. Duke is the favorite, so let's see Stan get an upset out there. And then you also have at 7 p.m. on FS1, Indiana versus Illinois. This is it's going to be a Big Ten matchup. Illinois is 1-0 already, so it's a 1.5 point line too. There's people have it as a really close game. That one should be pretty fun to watch. And just to give it a quick look, FPI 47.3, 52.7. They got it really close to the line. So, should be a fun day on Thursday. Now, Friday, I should say. Now let's move over to Saturday, where we have the rest of our future opponents scheduled. Iowa State versus Southeast Missouri State at 1 p.m. to start us off. UTEP versus Oklahoma at 2:30 on Fox. UTSA at Houston at 2:30 again on CBS. 6 p.m. Baylor versus Albany. That is going to be on ESPN+. South Dakota State at 6 p.m. South Dakota versus Kansas State. Not South Dakota State. South Dakota. That's again at 6 p.m. ESPN+. Then you go and you got Alabama versus Utah State. I wonder who's going to win that game. 6:30 SEC Network. Now, I will say, if somehow making this little snide remark, and not snide remark, but a little sarcastic comment, if Utah State wins this game, that'd be funny. Literally, the meltdown across the college football world would be tremendous. Murray State versus Texas Tech at 7 p.m. Another ESPN+. So let's go into the games. 98.6% Iowa State. I mean, this is a common theme you're going to see with the week ones. It's a lot of easy opponents. Again, common theme. 78 degrees, fair weather, 1 p.m. Central Time. Should be a fun day if you're out there at Iowa State. Oklahoma versus UTEP. Again, another 98.6% win prediction versus via the FPI. The line, 30.5 favorites, Oklahoma. You got Brent Venables. I don't know why I said Brett. Brent Venables. He's now coaching. This is his first time being a head coach. Not going to see too much in this game, but it'll still be interesting nonetheless to see how he operates as a head coach. Baylor right here versus Albany. Albany coming into top 10 Baylor. There's not even a line provided for the game. 98.5% chance from the FPI at McLean Stadium. Again, 83 degrees. Should be a beautiful day for some football. Sound like a broken record. 96.5% chance for Kansas State versus South Dakota. Again, 86 degrees, partly cloudy. Great day for football. Then we move on to the Texas Tech game. Murray State versus Texas Tech. 99% chance to win. 81 degrees. Again, partly cloudy. Should be a good day. Now, I did forget to make the slides for the Houston Cougars and UTSA game, but got you covered right here. Listen up. Houston Cougars, 62.4% chance to win via the FPI versus the UTSA Roadrunners, 37.6% chance to win. The money line right now, is a 4-point favorite. Houston is the favorite currently. The game will be played in San Antonio, Texas, inside the Alamo Dome. So, rain or shine, game's being played. Over-under is set at 62 points. Yeah. Should be a good game versus UTSA and the Houston Cougars. And then the Alabama game. I mean, the Utah State Aggies, a 0.7% chance to win. Don't even have a 1% chance to win via the FPI. Alabama's got a 41.5% favorite. The line's set at 62, so it's they're expecting Utah State to score 21, which probably is given what this Nick Saban defense is supposed to be this year. That might be a little generous. Would be a good word to use there. So let's now move on to the top games of the week. You got Oregon versus Georgia. 11 ranked Oregon versus 3 ranked Georgia. That's on 2:30 on ABC. You got top 5 matchup, Notre Dame number 5 versus Iowa State number 2. Ohio State number 2. And then on Monday, we get treated to just a little bit of a little sprinkle, little sprinkles on top of your donuts. Clemson versus Georgia Tech. Is Georgia Tech going to be a tremendous opponent for Clemson? No. Do I care? No. It's football. It's on Monday. I'm happy. Now let's look a little bit closer at the Georgia game, because we might as well. We're here. Oregon versus Georgia. Oregon, an 8.5% chance to win, despite being 11th in the nation. Now, they did lose Mario Cristobal, so let's see how generous that 11th ranking is. 91.5% chance. Line is at 17 in favor of Georgia. It is going to be played at a neutral site, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Okay. I say neutral site. That's not a neutral site, especially for that's in Georgia's backyard, literally. Let's move over to the Notre Dame versus Ohio State game. Now this game's gotten some talk in terms of nobody, and I mean nobody, is even giving Notre Dame the slightest chance to win the game. But so a 17-point line, a 17-point favorite for Ohio State. It's going to be a home game for them, and the Horseshoe. This right here this could end up being the game, one of the best games of the year. If Notre Dame plays them close, the atmosphere is going to be absolutely tremendous. It's going to be great for TV. Game is on ABC. I'm not sure if I mentioned that yet. That should be a real good game. Again, 78 degrees, partly cloudy. I mean, the football gods just blessed us with the weather this weekend. Absolutely tremendous, all around. 94.3% in favor of Clemson versus Georgia Tech. Moving on to them. It is cloudy, but who cares? Again, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's being played in the Atlanta, beautiful stadium that we beat Georgia in. Coverage is on ESPN, 7 p.m. This will only game of the day for college football. Gonna have all the eyes. Everybody's gonna be watching. If Clemson, we get to see Cade Klubnik for the first time, most likely. I mean, what more is there to say? There's college football back. Season is getting underway. We get to scout some opponents. I hope this video did something for y'all. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, comment on what your favorite games are below. And yeah, I can't wait to watch some football this weekend. You all have a good weekend, and let's go get a Longhorn win this Saturday. Hook 'em!